Hello, everyone, and welcome to the Grow Your Healthcare Practice course. We are so excited that you have taken this decision to invest in your business and join us for the next 12 weeks as we dive into radical practices, in some cases, for growing your healthcare practices. Okay, so this module is the introduction, and I'm just going to introduce you to the Leaders Library, to myself and Phumla, and to the way that this is going to work so that you've got a basic understanding of how everything is going to unfold. You have, by default of joining this course, you have joined the Leaders Library online community. And that online community is basically for any business owner, regardless of profession. And we offer group coaching through read-alongs of business books that give people those business principles that they maybe haven't picked up, or they've noticed a gap and they want to read a book and fill that gap. But I don't know about you, how many business books have you picked up and started reading and then never got to the end of it? And so the idea about the Leaders Library is that we connect in a group, we connect weekly, we go through the books chapter by chapter, we identify actions that we can then go and apply in our businesses. So once this course is over, by default, you'll get a 20% discount on any future read-alongs that you would like to join in the Leaders Library. And so that'll be available to you. Just look out for your discount code, which will be advertised in this space that you are part of going forward. So without further ado, I would love to introduce you to my dear colleague who has co-written this course with me and one of my best friends. And coming up now is the indomitable Phumla Motsa.
Hi, everyone. I'm so excited that you've joined up for the course. This is really so exciting to have you here, and I really look forward to engaging with you in the next couple of weeks. So my name is Phumla, and I've been working with Anne in creating Grow Your Healthcare Practice from a really point of need. I need to learn and to know how to do business. And, as I sit here, I've already spent a lot of money and a lot of time on different courses with regards to business content, coaching with regards to business content, reading the Health Professions Council, figuring out product innovation tools, reading some more, trying different things, and really looking at how best to run a successful practice within our climate as in South Africa. And not only within that, but also as a healthcare professional with all the things that stop us, hinder us, limit us when it comes to how we can market and provide for our families. One of the main reasons I started a practice is not the most joyful of stories, but it really has been a journey. I graduated from WITS, so I'm a WITS alumni of occupational therapy. And straight after that, I did my community service at Rob Ferreira Hospital in Nelspruit. It was the best year of my life. I really enjoyed that part of the world. And then I moved back to Johannesburg and did my physical work in Netcare Rehabilitation Hospital, spinal, neuro, all the things. And then moved to Alexander Forbes, where I was a health risk manager, working with corporates within the occupational therapy space. And while I was at Alexander Forbes, my husband died suddenly from an aneurysm. At the time, I had two boys. They were aged 5 and 2. And really my key to starting a practice was creating a life where I could support the boys and feed them on a daily basis, which is an ongoing challenge, but also to be able to be present for them while creating vehicles for money and to just basically continue in terms of business. So what I would love to share with you is my journey, and you'll see when we're going through the course, I will use my business as case examples. We basically peel off the layers so that you can understand how I've created what I've created to this point, which is mainly an occupational therapy practice where I do vocational assessments, and also an ergonomics practice where I do remote work in assessing and assisting people who are setting up their workstations. So I really look forward to this journey and look forward to meeting each and every one of you. I look forward to journeying with you, hearing your ideas, kind of us paddle beating what you want to do as a healthcare professional. And I know that it's going to be very fruitful, and you definitely will come out on the other side changed and energized when it comes to focusing on the business side of running your healthcare practice.
Thank you, Phumla. And I am Anne Gray. I am a business consultant and a coach. I started my business Solution Years with a business partner in 2017, and he retired in 2022, selling me his shares, and I continued the business as well as growing the business into something a little bit different from what it was that we started. So I have experience in taking a business from A and then changing it up so it looks like B. And I have created this space, this course, so that we can help healthcare practitioners grow their businesses and not just their healthcare practices, but to really start seeing your practice as a business. It's one of those fundamental mind shifts that we're hoping people will make during this course. I'm also the founder of the Leaders Library, as I said, where we run read-alongs and group coaching sessions for people who want to dive deep with one another and have that form of accountability. And I also do one-on-one coaching with healthcare professionals and business people to help them grow their businesses and start achieving their goals. So as I mentioned, the Leaders Library, we've read so many books, and what we have done is we've taken all of the knowledge from those books and we've put them into this course. So we've read these books. You don't have to read them. Everything you need to know is now condensed in this course. So building a story brand is all about creating a marketing message that lands. Radical Candor is one of the most phenomenal HR and people management systems that I have ever encountered, or best HR book I've ever read. The Profit First Money Management System has revolutionized the way that Phumla and I run our businesses, and we are going to teach you how to use that system in your practice. We're going to cover the product innovation parts from the MOM test and look at some of the mindset things that creep in from Business Boutique. We're going to identify the values that matter in our businesses and how to hire people who are values aligned from Brene Brown's book, Dare to Lead. And the framework that we have used in this, which Phumla will take you through a bit later, is from the Donald Miller book, How to Grow Your Small Business. So we've really taken all of this and put it together to give you something that covers all the bases. But what we find is that people often have excuses as to why they can't grow their practices or why they can't see their practices as business. And the first number one excuse is because of patient care. They started a practice so that they could do patient care the way that they wanted to do patient care. And patient care is so important. It's the reason that your practice grows is because your patient care is excellent and you get referrals by word of mouth. But if patient care is the only thing that we focus on, and we're not focusing on our accounting, and we're not focusing on our marketing, and we're not focused on thinking about how we could innovate our products, we are going to find that we run a business that doesn't grow. It stagnates. And if something is not growing, it's actually dying. And so we need to make sure that patient care doesn't become an excuse that we keep on holding onto as we're trying to grow our businesses. The second reason that healthcare practices often don't grow is because people are actually so afraid of the HPCSA regulations. They're just not sure what they can and can't do. They've read something or they've heard something or they went on a course and it scared them and they've decided just not to do any marketing because you're not allowed to do marketing because the HPCSA said so. And I'm here to tell you that you absolutely can do marketing, and we will show you how to do marketing ethically so that you do not fall foul of the HPCSA regulations. The third thing is timing. A lot of people think their practices are too small to be able to run a business or to be able to be called a business. They're still operating out of their personal bank account, so it's not the right time for me. Or they haven't registered the business yet, so it's not the right time for me. Or they're still thinking about starting their practice, so it's not the right time for me. And we would like to tell you that we have had people in so many different phases of running practices come on this course and benefit from this course, regardless of the phase that they were in. And so timing really isn't a relevant excuse for growing your business. So we're going to teach you how to professionalize your operations so that you feel confident about running the business side of your practice. You're already an excellent healthcare professional. Your patient care is already top-notch, but the business side needs a little bit of support, and that is what we are here to do. We are here to show you 6 different systems that will support you as you run your business. And if you stick to the game plan, you will be able to confidently grow your business, and it'll take 6 months to implement at the very least. And you will have a plan. You will have a plan at the end of it that will cover all of these things. So the leadership part, setting that vision, setting that mission, taking the people along with you, super important. We're going to cover that in Module 1. Module 2, we're going to talk about HPCSA and what you can ethically do and say. We're going to talk about creating a marketing message in Module 3. And then in Module 4, we're going to go straight into how do you convert that marketing message into a sales message. Who should you be selling to? Where should you be selling? Section 5, or Module 5, we're going to talk about product innovation. So product innovation is about how do you take what you're already doing or what you already have and repackage it or repurpose it and create a new product that you already don't have. Or how do you maybe do things slightly differently? Maybe you are not as profitable as you thought you were. We're going to look at those things and see how can we tweak your offering so that your product innovation serves you. Module 6 is about operations, so managing the business, managing the people in the business, and making sure that everybody's pointed in the right direction, which is the direction that you have defined in Module 1. And then Module 7, we're going to talk about managing the money. Phumla and I are going to show you 2 different options for managing your cash flow that is going to revolutionize and make sure that you actually have money to pay the tax man as well as yourself a consistent salary every single month. And then Section 8, we will wrap it all up, put it all together, tie a nice bow on it, and you will be able to see the transformation that's going to happen to your practice from this introduction section all the way through to Module 8. So how this all works is we have this video learning. You are going to watch the videos and go through each section, and then we will, at the end of each week, we will then meet and we will talk about the sections. So you'll see the schedule will be up in the space that you're a part of. So you can see what videos we are covering each of the 12 weeks that you're a part of the mastermind. So those group sessions are super important because we'll unpack things that you've maybe struggled with. We'll chat about the questions that you've had from the content going forward. We can talk about how it relates to you and your context. And then you also have exclusive access to this space that we've created in the Leaders Library, the masterclass space, where you can connect with other participants, can ask your questions, and you can share your progress or your ideas and get feedback. So that is how this will work. At the end of this course, you will have a clear economic mission. You will have clarified your marketing message, and you will know how to craft a sales pitch or proposal that sells. You will know how to, or you will have been able to innovate your products and come up with new innovative offerings. You will make sure that each of the staff members that you employ, whether full-time or part-time, are contributing to your economic priorities. And we make sure that we do all of this ethically. Can't wait to dive in with you. See you in the next video.